The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
The used bulk has been dealt with and is now debagged and all in containers. And yes, the bags are ending up in the recycle. I prefer to not just throw stuff out, but a lot of the bags were in use for years, and so they're already very worn and stuff like that. And then also, when shipping out inventory, I don't want to be using used bags for it, so it all in all, I think it's like maybe $3 of bags, if that. And yeah, so those are going to be recycled. But yeah, it is now dealt with. We had to mix it all together. Took a while. And yeah, that's done now though. So we just need to weigh it and then get the thing listing updated with the quantity. So then I was just able to get the bulk added to the listing now. So yeah, added 120 more pounds to it. And yeah, so that I weighed it and I think it was about 170, but then I just put it down to 150 just for the container weight difference and stuff like that. And then I deducted a fifth of it because it's by 5 pounds get one free. So just to calculate for that. And then so we'll probably end up with like 20 or 30 pounds left over, and then I will just update the listing to reflect that as we get a bit closer to that. But yeah, so that is now done. And yeah, so now I know I don't need this photo box probably, but I am yeah, I'm still not wanting to quite get rid of it yet, so I'll just put it back where I just picked it up from, because why not? And yeah, so I am still working on the animals, so I'll just continue with that and see if we can get some of that stuff done. And then after that, we will finally be full-blown working on listing minifigures and stuff like that. So yeah, next week should be able to make some good progress with that. Because yeah, I got the container there now to put the city parts in and stuff like that. And yeah, we should hopefully make some good progress next week. And yeah, we made good progress this week as well. And yeah, there's just lots of stuff everywhere, and hopefully we can get a whole bunch done. Yogurt time. So then the goal for today is to first start with getting these animals listed, and then we can see what the return is that we will get from this. Currently, I think it's already technically in the green, but it is relatively low, but we have only listed like 3 containers of small animals. So now that we get to the larger animals, we'll see just how much value there is from stuff like that. And then we can finally start with going through some of that stuff there. However, the one other thing that I did need to try and run the numbers on is this one here, because the 3 tests that we wanted to do was for a 5-pound minifigure lot, a 5-pound animal lot, and then a 5-pound lot of accessories and just stuff. Like this here is if you had a pile of Lego that you're going through and you asked someone who knew Lego a little bit, but like wasn't an expert per se, and stuff like that, to first go through the pile and then take out all the minifigures. They would put those in one bag, and then if you ask them to take out all the accessories and stuff like that, then this here is just the type of thing you get. There's a couple of minifigure parts in here, but then there's also things like treasure chests and stuff like that, and so it's just kind of average, and that's really what we wanted because that provides more accurate data for the test, and stuff like that. So yeah, I will get this one washing, but yeah, since this here is accessories, then the contents of this won't really overlap that much with like the contents of this, because like yeah, there's a few weapons and stuff in here, but there isn't really as many of those per se in this. There'll be a little bit of overlap, but nothing too crazy, so that I can wait on that until we get some of that stuff listed. So yeah, that hopefully shouldn't take too long to get this stuff done, because it is mostly the larger items. Yeah, so we got just let's see what we all have to work with. We have 3 things of horses, 1 thing of sharks, 1 one thing of horse armor and stuff like that, one thing of crocodiles, alligators, one thing of miscellaneous minifigure type parts and accessories that were mixed in, and then 2 containers of other animals. And yeah, so that's all we have to work with there. So I'm hoping that that won't take too long, and yeah, we will see on that. But yeah, then I will get to this washing now, and hopefully we can start getting to some of that today. And then for these parts here, I'm not going to be recording a YouTube video on, because it's just not the type of thing that would be really like good for content, for lack of better words. It would be more so something better just for inventory listing and stuff like that. So yeah, then I will do that. And yeah, so we've got this week's minifigure haul video recorded, but then when we get that stuff listed, and that stuff listed, it should hopefully be before the next one needs to be out. So then we'll have time, because we'll need to record another video in order to watch more and stuff like that. So we should be good with that. But yeah, so we will get this washed and stuff. So yeah, just doing the same method as last time, which seems to be working a little bit better, where I put the soap, then the Lego, then more soap, and then the water, rather than just putting the water, the soap, and then the Lego. So yeah, just get this stuff washed. So yeah, I'm continuing with the same strategy as last time, where basically if it's a metallic, not a metallic, if it's a chrome part, I take it out. Or like, I mean, this here looks like a really cool metallic part, so I took that one out just to be on the safe side. But then if it's a metallic part, then I will leave it in, because we're currently testing to see if metallic is affected, and from our first test, which only had a very limited sample size, it seems metallic does not get affected by this, but chrome does. So yeah, we will see there. And yeah, you'll just try and random stuff like that. I don't know what that is. For a moment I thought it was like a shaving from like a pencil or something, but yeah, who knows. But yeah, then let's just do the first water thing on camera. But yeah, I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this, but I think that this one here was only like $130 or something. But I'm not sure if I'm thinking of this one or a different one or what, because I bought like a lot of stuff, so I can't remember each one individually, but I know that one of these, there's like a 5-pound thing, and I only got for like 100 or something Canadian. There's like a year ago or so. So yeah, we will see if this is good. Currently, if it is the one that I'm thinking of, that is only 100 or so, then it's definitely going to be worth it. But yeah, we will see. And yeah, I will just get it washed then now. Think it's a new record. Well, it just went up a degree, but it yeah, got a match on the degree thing with the water this time. So I'll just put that on, and it's back there. And then yeah, like last time, I won't put it on until I stop recording, because it's loud. But yeah, the Lego is now in, the lid is on, and I will start the washing cycle. So yeah, the bulk bricks that are listed, for the first time that they've been listed, they didn't actually sell any within the first like 48 hours, but that's fine, because the listing hadn't had quantity added in a while, so there were no views on the thing, and so it only had the quantity sold that was pushing it, but it's already gotten lots of views and stuff like that. It's already in like the top, I think there's like 15 most viewed things in the eBay store and stuff like that. So it should start selling soon. For that, so yeah, we got that there. And then I just did a slight post on Bricklink, because yeah, I've got just things all around the place that I need to work on. Yeah, just need to find a bit of time to do. But then this one here, I did do a request now, because then while working on the clips here, I noticed that there was 2 versions of the saddles, like separate, not just the 1 clip and 2 clip, and I just realized that clip's broken. But as you can see here, there's 2 versions of this saddle, and that is the old version, and that is the new version. And currently the listing on Bricklink just says there's 2 versions of this, one with thin clips and one with thick clips. But yeah, as you can see here, I'll just try and use this to point, but as you can see, the lips on the front of the old one are just two small ones, and then on the front it's two very large ones and stuff like that. So yeah, then I just did a small post on that to show this might be a better angle for it. But yeah, you can see two thin lips, and then two thick ones on the new one, and then the sides are different and stuff like that. So yeah, just seeing if that needs to get split or something like that. I'm not sure. Just that's why you always, when you don't know about something like that, you just ask first, because then if they do, then I can try and get some images for the stuff and the like. But yeah, so then got this stuff here, and I will work on it now. And I'm just double checking. Okay, so that's red base with red dragons, blue pattern. And then, okay, yeah, so we got two of those things there. I think these ones here were surprisingly valuable. I just put it onto Brickstore. I think they go for like 30 bucks each or something like that. So that's a real nice one. But yeah, so we've got this stuff here, and this pile of minifigures is very good stuff. It is from two of the more expensive lots and stuff like that I've purchased. So this should definitely get some good inventory added, and hopefully I can get to at least a little bit of it today sometime. But yeah, I will put this away, and then that already finished. And I think it actually hit a new high temperature for what I've had it at before. It was like 40 degrees this time and stuff like that. But yeah, you can see the nice after effect of it getting washed with the stuff all on the lid. And yeah, the stuff is now washed, and I will first move that stuff, then dry that, and then get back to work. I don't know about you, but I'd say that that is a very nice accessory to have just as an accessory. I think that is the Gundabad one. No, Gundabad is the medium nougat. This here is the cave one, I think. And I think those orcs go for like 30 bucks, so, well, 20, 30 bucks. So definitely a nice thing to find in an accessory lot. But yeah, let's get this stuff dried. So yeah, then we have all of the Lego removed, and yeah, you can just see how filthy the water is. I think this is the first time that the water itself looks dirtier than just like some stuff on the bottom of it. But yeah, you can see just like all sorts of stuff everywhere at the bottom. It is just filthy water, so it definitely did its job this time. And yeah, so that is always good when you can remove all of the nasty stuff that was in here and stuff like that, and then get some clean Lego. And then yeah, we will do the fun part where we pull the lever, and then yeah, we can see the water leaving out the drain, and yeah, drying up the last batch, and then spread the stuff out on the table, and then work on it. And then the one thing that was a real unexpected find is we got a Rancor claw arm, and I don't see either of its fingers yet. It's possible they're in here, but I'm doubtful that they are. But yeah, still, either way, nice to get some parts washed again. And yeah, so I will get back to work. Even another massive hair just removed, and yeah, as it gets emptier, you can see more and more of the stuff that was removed. And yes, this thing is definitely something that I am very happy to have bought. And yeah, that is just really good cleaning on all of that stuff there. So yeah, going to well, I just keep spinning this because it's fun, but I guess I should probably now dump this last thing here. There'll probably be a brick or two at the bottom. There wasn't. And then we will put this here, dump this out. It's a bit difficult with one hand. Yeah, these ones aren't going there. You need to sometimes remove a couple of them there, if you can pick them up from the thing. And there's that one. And then let's just see how much water was in here. That is a good amount, but the thing is, I was fishing for the parts a little bit, so there's a bit more water in there than normal. Let's see if we can get this to reach there, and then clean that up. And yeah, so let's see now Yeah, that is just wild. Let's see if I can get a good angle. You can just see. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, not everything you see, like those, some of those like groove things there, I think that's part of the ultrasonic cleaner itself, but you can still see all like the specs and stuff like that there and stuff like that. Let's actually just grab a couple of tissues because that's what I usually use to clean it. And then yeah, we can see we'll go here and then like that. And yeah, before and after, that's the type of stuff that got removed. So yeah, this is definitely doing good. Just found one more part that didn't get fully cleaned, but yeah, that's one of the things that's why we're just putting all of those parts that we find over here, is just so we can see whether or not that is just stuff that needs to go through a second wash, or it's just stuff that can't be washed off. Because I think so far pretty much everything that's in that container is stuff that was either inaccessible while it was being washed, like there's another part covering it, or like the scabbard on the torso covering the top part of the torso and stuff like that, or it just is stuff that can't be washed off. But yeah, overall very little stuff there. And yeah, the stuff here is pretty much completely dried, and I just saw that, and that is a nice find as well. And yeah, this year's accessories are just a lot more fun because there's just so much more, well, I don't know if there's really that much more variation per se, but there's just so many cooler things and stuff like that that aren't just like a standard mold for a torso, head, or legs and stuff. But yeah, overall it's drying pretty well, and hopefully we can get to that sometime soon. But I just finished the saddles, I almost said scabbards again, but barding, crocodiles, alligators, and sharks. And yeah, next up I am going to probably work on the horses. And yeah, there is a lot of them, so hopefully we can get a good amount of them done. And then after the horses, I'll work on the other animals. And then once that's done, I can just work on the few here. A couple Scooby-Doo minifigures, if those are in good condition. Same with the chicken. Might be able to put those to eBay. But yeah, then hopefully shouldn't take too much longer to work on this. And then we can get started on these guys. So I just finished now going through the last of the stuff. I left a few of the minifigure parts and stuff in here because then I'll go over those later. So I'll just put them here. What are those containers? Oh yeah, that's other stuff from the other lot. So perfect thing for that. So yeah, then I got the stuff all listed now. I will go over those things, but before we do that, I have these ones here, and I don't think I actually need that one there. It's that there's only one part there, even though it's got a line. But yeah, then these ones here, I will check for the mold numbers by breaking them open. Then this one here, even though it did have 4 numbers, it doesn't have one for the head, so I will see if I can find that on here. But yeah, for the rest of them, I have 2 of these ones here because some of them have the numbers for both sides and some don't, so I just wanted to check both versions. This one here is one of the few that's mostly in good condition, but there's like, I damaged it a little bit by trying to check for a part number there, and so that's bent. So there's that. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's this one here. There's like a dozen of them or so that just don't have any numbers. They're all BB, which is what Bricklink uses when there is no number. So yeah, there's just that stuff there. This one has, I'm not sure if it'll pick up on the vlog, but there's on the video, but there's something rattling inside, and it's missing its number, so that one I'll do. That's the melted one. This one is just nasty and stuff like that. It's not like it's dirt stuff, it's just scratches and stuff over time. And here's another one of them, so just check 2 because both of them were badly damaged. And yeah, so I will work on that, and then once that's done, we can review that. And then once that's reviewed, I'll probably quickly pull orders, and then after that we can finally start on this stuff. So have these carefully disassembled, kinda, really not carefully, but carefully, not carefully, carefully, something, I don't know. So time to work on getting the part numbers found. Let's play a fun game on will recognize it. It's probably would recognize it if I held it like this, but wonder if it will recognize it if we have it upside down, and you can even sort of see the part number there and stuff. It's a lot more visible in person and stuff like that, but it did find it. So yeah, that is just impressive, and I have no idea why it opened up there instead of on a tab here, but okay. Yeah, so there is that, and yeah, making progress. Got just a few left. This one I've decided to leave for the moment because the two rubber pieces in here do have part numbers. However, I think there's like the 17 or so different versions of the base horse. There are 3 different versions of the hair pieces attached to them. So I will be leaving this one here until I can get those other 2, because then that way I can just have it all proper. So I am going to keep this one specifically separate and see if I can get a hold of those ones. But yeah, these here are now done, and then they can just be added to just, I usually let the thing sit here until it's been approved and stuff like that, just in case there was needed for something. And then I can get rid of that stuff, but that's done, so I can upload the file, pull the orders, and then get just a few minifigures from that listed, hopefully. So yeah, now let's take a look at the file of all of the animal parts that we got. So yeah, this here as a reference is 5 pounds of animals. Let's actually just check 1.74 kg to lbs. So 3.84 pounds of them were actually listed from that stuff. And then we've got this here container of parts that weren't listed. So of the 5 pounds, there's 3.84 not listed. There's 3.84 listed, and then half a pound of damaged parts, so that's about 4.5 pounds roughly there. And then we had a few of the parts that were put in the thing and taken apart, a few that were thrown out, so altogether it equals roughly 5 pounds. So for the 5 pounds, we paid $650 roughly, including shipping costs, to get that 5 pounds. And so for that 5 pounds, the return is $15.58 and 16 cents. So it is a little bit lower of a return, I think, than the minifigures were. Or it might have been just right about the exact same, but it's roughly in that similar range. And then yeah, so for that we had 4 of the things here. I'm not sure. Oh no, I was going to take that one apart, but then I already have that stuff listed. So let's actually erase that one, because that one wasn't supposed to be there. I don't think, at least. Who knows? But yeah, so it's $15.41.35 for what we all listed. So yeah, these 3 went to eBay, so it's got the eBay prices, and then everything else is listed here for the regular stuff that will get listed to Bricklink. So from that, the cheapest thing that was listed is some fish and stuff like that at the 25-cent mark, and then the most expensive is the Lion Knight Barding, which I listed for $39.95. It was overall pretty solid condition, a few marks on it, but both clips work fine and everything like that. Then we had some nice Lord of the Rings parts, then some dinosaurs and stuff. So overall, pretty nice there. And yeah, I'll put this up here, and then we can now do the check. Here, I'm going to first upload the file. Well, I'll first delete the things that are missing remarks, because I don't want to do anything here. Export here, and then it's got a file, and then we will paste that verify file. That'll take a minute, and then we'll just go back here. So now we've got all of the numbers. We will go and press the set prices to 6-month average. So if you do that, it drops it down to just below $1,300. So that there is $240 increased price. Not too much, because yeah, I usually increase it a little bit. Like for example, some things like 35 cents, I might increase it to like 50 cents. It's not like it's a 35-cent thing and I raise it to like 80 cents. There's a few exceptions, but in general, it's just only a little bit more just to make it a even number and a little bit above the 6-month sales average. But yeah, then we can look at the thing here, and the one description was too long. Or no, that was the one that was purged. I almost not purged, changed. So we do need to go back there and then back there. No, we went too far. Well, actually, we need to go back there, so it's got all of those prices. There's that. We can erase that, and then we need to do not Windows, extra. No, yeah, update database, and then we want to save changes, update database, and then we can export that there. So then we can go and do that, because that was with the sloth. As you can see, well, that says row 41. I had that stuff in a different order, I guess, because row 42 is gone now. Oh no, there's row 42. But yeah, these two here, the stuff was, there's missing a part number. It used to be BB0682, so that was fixed. Is there anything else there? Invalid value, so that one would be updated as well. But then besides that, we will add another one and stuff. BB149. Trying to remember what that stuff was, but yeah, either way, so I can work on getting this file uploaded now that those corrections have been done, and then get to work on just quickly pulling some orders and stuff. So yeah, I already have more used parts going out again. I think that one was like 14 or 15 bucks after shipping, or was it 11, something like that. Then this here's a part I was missing. I accidentally sent the rolling part of for a minifigure on eBay, and then some more parts there. So a few of them going out, so that's always good. And time to get the eBay orders. So I was able to get one minifigure listed from the thing real quick, not too much. There were two more of them, however, both of them have cracked torsos, so couldn't do anything with that. And then I thought I had this one for sale, I was going to add quantity, but then I didn't have this version for sale. So yeah, didn't get too much done out of there, but we were able to accomplish everything that we, well, there's always lots of stuff to do, and if I could work for the next 5 hours, I probably could. But we did everything we hoped to do today reasonably. So yeah, then we can finish the day with putting one thing that's I think it's like $6.95 Canadian, so roughly I think like $6.95 is the equivalent of like $4.95 USD for listings. I do want to double check that though, because I know it's not exact, but should be roughly about the same. And now I'm curious. 4.95 USD to CAD. Not 375,000. Let's change that. Not 375, 3.75. So six. Yes. Wait, why did I go 375? I meant 495. But yeah. So that's 712 Canadian. So yeah, the $5 in the States, $7 Canada type thing. And yeah, so great way to finish off the day. Yogurt time. Well, I just remembered why the other dinosaur was on the list. It's because I had it sitting here because it was going to go to eBay, but it's missing two horn things. And normally I'd part that out, but when it's just like something super common like that, I just can't bring myself to part it out and just put it here with some of the other stuff that's just waiting for super common things. And then, yeah, we'll deal with it then. So yeah, today we're shipping out $400.71, and so yeah, that is with 4 brick owl orders, 3 bricklink orders, or yeah, something like that. And yeah, the one brick owl order is just a combination of the other one, so technically 3 brick owl, 3 bricklink, and the missing replacement part thing. And then we've got eBay making up the bulk of the sales again, and so I think it's like, of the 400, I think 300 of it is eBay. And then yeah, so I sold 2 more of these guys here. These were a promo a while back, but then Lego had extra stock, so they listed them as regular quantity on the store, on their website. And so then my sister picked up probably somewhere around 50 to 100 of them for just $4.99 each. And yeah, we've been selling them slowly. And yeah, so then sold these two here at $17 each. So yeah, some orders are still nice and solid relative to what I was expecting. Now that we are in the now that we're at the post-used purge. But yeah, hopefully now that we've gotten a good amount of the stuff sorted out, we can finally start to really increase the numbers and hopefully get back to the $1,000 shipping day averages, and then hopefully increase from there. But that'll probably be a while, as we suspected, probably around 6 to 12 months before we can consistently achieve that again. So yeah, then just got this package here returned. It's an order from a while back, and it's just some common parts here. I'll just take the stuff out. It was like $8 of parts, maybe a bit less, I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, it was just returned, and it was returned probably a month and a half ago, almost at this point. Just got around to getting it today, because with Stallion, they only bring it to your nearest Stallion branch, so that's in Mississauga for me, so it's like a 20-25 minute drive each way. And so yeah, it's not really worth it to, well, yeah, each way, so round trip, almost an hour give or take, to pick up an $8 package is just not something that you do, and stuff like that, because the customer is already being fully refunded. And yeah, so we just waited till we were out in that direction and got it today. But yeah, so then this one here is just Davies 15, or Davies is was written on the back. It was written as wrong contact info with no pickup, and then customer outside delivery area, which is a little bit confusing because it was shipped with the shipping company, and you put in your address that you're shipping to, and then if they ship there, you'd think that they would, if they don't ship there, you'd think that they wouldn't offer a rate. So that doesn't really quite make sense there, but there's probably something I'm missing. And I think it's partially, as you can see on the back of the package, if I can just cover it up here a little bit. Let me just put this here to cover up the address, and then this here, like that, and cover up the barcode thing here. But as we can see, it says references, strikes and riots, NSR undeliverable, so December 3rd. So yeah, it was during the Canada Post strike time period. So I'm assuming, my best guess is that, yeah, it was just during the Canada Post strike. It was shipped when they thought they could deliver to that stuff. But then as they got more packages, due to no one being able to ship with Canada Post, that they cut some areas, and this just ended up being one of the things there. That's all I can think of, because I'm pretty sure that the buyer has a good amount of feedback, so it's not like it's their first order, and if they've had that multiple orders shipped there, it's unlikely that their address is wrong or anything like that. So yeah, it's just one of those bizarre cases that just happens every now and then, and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll just put the parts here, because I think that most of those parts are like somewhat valuable, so I'll probably relist them. But yeah, just random things like this happen every now and then. But yeah, then it is now finally time to start going through this Lego here. And yeah, lots of stuff to get through, and should be fun, and we'll see what we can get done with this. And yeah, so just as a reference point, these here were the two lots, the one that I probably overpaid for, but I mean, I'm really doubtful I'd lose money on that. I overpaid probably, but it's not like it's an end of the world type thing. And even if I don't make money, it's life, things happen, you won't win everything, not worth losing any sleep over. And then the other one was just some minifigures, Star Wars, that was I got a long time back with some sets and stuff like that. I parted out the sets a while ago, and just had the minifigures laying around because I was waiting until the we got back to listing minifigures, and so both of those were mixed together to make it easier to wash in one go. And yeah, so that is what we are going to get listed and stuff. So now that it's time to get back to listing, I finally removed a whole bunch of the tabs, because I've had like 20 tabs open on the main work page I have for the browser and stuff like that. So most of them I did just move the tab into a new window and minimize it, but I did close out a few tabs, so that's slightly good, but I don't think we're going to be below 100 tabs for quite a long time. But yeah, so then time to get to work. And yeah, so we will just go through this stuff. All of the contents in here have been reviewed in recent vlogs, whether it be the vlog, not vlog, minifigure haul videos, whether it be the more recent one where I just, well, by the time this is posted, it'll be a couple back, or one that was done I think a couple months before the end of the year and stuff like that. So yeah, we will just work on this and see what we get. However, we will not be doing brick store files and stuff like that, because that's what we did when we did the first one and stuff like that. But as we go forward, we'll be listing directly onto eBay as we get the minifigures, and onto Bricklink directly and stuff like that. So it won't be the specific file for each lot as we discussed and stuff like that. So yeah, I will just get to work and we will see if we can get some good inventory listed. It was a bit of an unexpected find. Well, kind of, because it's been a while since I recorded the video, so I'm not sure if I saw it in the video, but this here Grand Moff Tarkin, I thought it was one of the more common ones, but this version of Tarkin is this one here from the Death Star 2nd edition, and yeah, it goes for 115 to 170 bucks. Because yeah, I knew I had two of the officers that were from one of the larger Star Wars sets, but I didn't think he was one of the ones that was from that, because yeah, I just thought he was one of the more common ones. But yeah, so good stuff so far. And yeah, so basically, if it's just a common city part, I'll put it in there. I do look like, for example, this here is a standard brown hairpiece. I will be listing that one there, because that one there is used on like Han Solo and stuff. And then this here is a blocked open stud version of a regular head. So that one is one that I will keep as well to list, because that one there is a very good part to have. But then the rest, I have just a regular part that's not really worth anything, which will end up in the missorted. And then we will put the remaining parts just in that container, and yeah, just keep going through everything. Yogurt time. So I'm probably going to then record another minifigure haul video, just so that I don't start getting behind, because yeah, if I don't record, then I'm going to get backlogged, not backlogged, I'm going to get out of rhythm real fast. So I'm just trying to see. I probably will go through this one here, even though it's got a lot of complete minifigures, because it still has some good stuff. So I'm thinking about probably going through that one. And then this one here, that's a deceptively large box, that it's like the massive box thing here, but then when you open it up, it's just two medium-sized bags. So yeah, then I'll probably do both of those in one video, or maybe, yeah, it feels a little bit little to do it in two separate videos. So yeah, I'll probably try to record a video of these two, and then after that's done, I'll get back to work on it. But yeah, so I was able to, in the lot, find a head for JDX, so I was able to complete that. Got just started, so there's only a few so far that are completed. Then some city ones on the side. I still have all of this to go. And so yeah, for now, what I'm doing is I'm just leaving the ones that I still think I might be able to complete from this stuff there, and then once I go through it all, then if I can't complete them, then I'll list those, but if I can, then they're there, and then I don't have to go through the drawers again and stuff. So yeah, lots to do, and I'll get to work. But yeah, then we sold the first thing of the bulk again. I think it was one of the normal 5-pound ones, though actually I do want to check, because the price, I can't remember. It's been a little while, so I'm not 100% certain. So I just will double check on that. Because yeah, classic to sell the 5 pounds. But yeah, we'll check here. Yeah, it was 5 pounds, but as normal on eBay, there is a lot of details on that screen, so I can't exactly show it. But yeah, so we sold the first 5-pound one. So yeah, it's starting to sell again, so that's good. And yeah, hopefully we can get this stuff sold, so that we can clear up a bit more space. But yeah, I am trying a slightly, because yeah, it's at the price that it was at towards the end of last time, because I did slightly adjust the price and stuff like that, and so it won't be selling as fast, but then we should be able to get a bit more from it, because we aren't getting bulk in for a little while still. I still do hope to get more bulk in, but then this year will hopefully help the listing stay more active and consistent, and stuff like that, because it's not like it's a price that's I think it's like $1 more or something. So it's not like it's crazy highs or anything like that compared to what it used to be. But then this way it should sell slower, and then just yeah, keep it active until hopefully I can get more in. But yeah, then I will try to work on this.
So yeah, you just gotta love it when you get one of the most classic examples of Bilbo Baggins, where for some reason, I mean, the brittle brown and brittle dark brown and stuff like that affects a lot of the Lord of the Rings era minifigures, and Bilbo Baggins is no exception. However, for some reason, Bilbo Baggins always seems to be the worst. I've gotten his torso probably a dozen times now. Maybe even more, and I think maybe once or twice it wasn't cracked. Yeah, most of the time it's something like this. Like, for example, you can see there the front of the torso is cracked, the side of the torso is cracked. This arm here, it doesn't have a crack quite yet, but it might soon. So I just that's like one exception, maybe, that the left arm isn't cracked. But then the back of the torso, you can see there's a crack there, and then we're doing the normal test. Then you can see that line there that looks like it's just a line is actually a crack. We can actually just go like this to show it a bit better, or maybe it's not wanting to show on camera. Might just need to look a bit closer, but yeah, that is definitely a crack over there. It's a lot more visible in person, not too much in the video though. And then the right arm is cracked. So yeah, classic condition that you'll find them in. But despite the cracks, it does still have like an overall nice condition to it. Like, there's not like scuffs or scratches or anything like that. It's just the cracks and stuff. But yeah, very common for this one.
But yeah, then making good progress. Removed a few minifigures and added a few minifigures from the pile of things that just need like common stuff. Like this one here is just missing a plain red head. This one here is missing a flat silver blaster, which we might have in here. I looked earlier, but the bin was a lot fuller then, so it's entirely possible I could have missed one, but it's not that rare of a thing, so I'll probably find one relatively soon. This one's just missing a couple of studs at the bottom. That one's the sword from earlier, and this one's just missing the common head and stuff like that. But yeah, we can see the pile of stuff to go to eBay. There's definitely a lot of good stuff from this stuff here, and yeah, so then these things here are just parts that either I'm just waiting to get all of them together at the same time to work at them, like the Geonosians, or I'm just waiting for another part to complete them, or just stuff like that that are kind of a work in progress. And then yeah, I just got the bin on the side that I just take them from, and yeah, then the thing for city, and yeah, just making progress. That thing is all recorded tomorrow. I'll get it washed up, because then tomorrow, hopefully, I should be able to finish up with this. But then I'll have to photograph and list this, which will probably take most of the rest of the day. But then as soon as all that stuff is done, we can get to work on that. And then, yeah, we will then be able to grab another bag and continue and repeat the process. But then, yeah, so we did 5 pounds of animals, 5 pounds of minifigures. The two of the things together were probably around 4 pounds. And then this thing is 5 pounds. So if we get all of this stuff done, actually, and then there's that stuff there, but we won't count that. But so altogether, almost 20 pounds of minifigures and accessories and stuff like that and animals have been listed in the first, today's the 15th of January, so 2-ish weeks. So that means we're averaging 10 pounds a week. And that seems relatively solid, but yeah, as we list more and more, there'll be a few more orders, not too much for a while, and then there'll be less time to list and stuff like that. So 10 pounds a week, that means in theory, I'd be able to list 520 pounds in a year. So that means theoretically, I could get through this stuff in half a year. Initially, my previous goal was about 40 pounds in 1 month, but that was with nothing but listing. That was a couple years back. I closed the store and just listed every day, all of it in one go. Like, I opened up every single package I had, and then I sorted every single part and stuff like that. I think that was actually before I even started listing on eBay, because when I was trying to sell on eBay when I first started, their website was broken and you couldn't charge sales tax for some reason. eBay eventually, like half a year later, ended up paying for the sales tax that should have been charged out of pocket to every single seller or something like that. It was just a weird thing. I got like a I think there's only like a $60 deposit because I had only a few things for sale because I couldn't list Lego. And yeah, it was just an interesting thing that happened. So yeah, then yeah, got all of that done in about a month, 40 pounds. So yeah, with the 250-ish pounds here, theoretically, we might be able to get it all listed in less than half a year. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, so we sold another 10-pound thing, so that's 15 pounds of this stuff sold now at the $8.50 mark per pound. So yeah, lots of progress, and hopefully we can continue making more progress tomorrow. Yogurt day. Sold a coin set thing from the Canadian Mint, and it was like $7, I think, plus shipping. And yeah, it's from like 1980 or something. So yeah, these things just aren't really worth much, and I don't know why I'm bringing it all the way there. It's gonna get damaged if I put it by the Lego, so I'll leave it on the cart. But yeah, then there's that, and yeah, then I ordered stuff on Amazon this morning. And it already is here, so same day delivery within like 10 hours or something like that. It's not for the store or anything like that, but still, it's always fun when you get real fast delivery on stuff. But yeah, then I'll try to get some of that stuff washed later today. Might possibly do a shorts video on it or something like that. We'll have to see. Sold another 5 pounds of the bulk, but yeah, then I will get back to work on this and see what progress we can make. So yeah, then we've now sold like 20 pounds of this, and then there's one customer who placed an order for 3 pounds, but then requested to cancel because they said they wanted to buy more, so presumably it'll be a 5-pound one to get the 1 pound free. So then that'll be 25 pounds of it already sold. It took like a day or so for the listing to get kind of like back into the cycle and stuff like that, but then now it's there again. It's starting to sell fast. So yeah, we probably not quite yet, but soon we will be doing the test and seeing what happens if we raise it from $8.45 or $8.49 a pound to $8.95 or $8.99 a pound, and see what differences it makes. Because yeah, we've been slowly testing out of curiosity just to try and get it at that level where we can get this stock in at a similar rate that it sells and stuff like that. And so we've increased it from, I think it was like $7.50 a pound, and even at $8.50 a pound, it still is selling possibly a little bit too fast. Potentially, I know that's weird to say, selling stuff too fast, but yeah, it's just, you can't get an infinite amount when you just snap your fingers. It's not like you go to Amazon, click a button, and then order a whole bunch more and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just trying to find the right balance, and we'll see where we end up. So yeah, I waited until a person made the purchase that had canceled because they wanted to order more, and I thought they were going to get 5. They ended up getting 10 pounds. So yeah, now we've got 30 pounds all ready to ship out in just like 48 hours or something like that. So yeah, I raised the price from $8.49 to $8.95. So that's 40 something cents more per pound, and we'll see how that affects it. If it'll slow it down so we can get into that area of sales that we're looking for, or what. And yeah, go from there. So just sold, I believe, this box over here of, and the Lego's a bit difficult to walk over. But yeah, so I sold this box here of the gray 2x bricks from back when we had a whole bunch of that. And yeah, so this here, I can't remember if it's 14 or 18 pounds of gray bricks, and so yeah, sold for $2.50 plus shipping. So yeah, then from all of the stuff from those 2 lots, we've got this entire container of stuff that has to go to eBay. And yeah, there is a lot of stuff and a lot of real good stuff in here. So yeah, I know when mentioning it in the video from the haul thing that I paid like the $700 or something for it, and how I might have overpaid or something. But yeah, when going through it, yeah, I personally don't feel like I overpaid. Well, I mean, I paid more than I would have liked, but it's not like when I first was going through it, I was like thinking that there was like going to be like a more so a break even type thing and stuff like that. But yeah, going through it, I know that there was the one other lot in here that probably counts for roughly half of this, that will hold a lot of the value, but the other one itself still had lots and lots of good stuff. There's like a fair amount of Lord of the Rings. I was able to complete like half a dozen Lord of the Rings minifigures, and most of those go for like 20-30 bucks each, if not a little bit more, and stuff like that. And then good amount of Geonosians and stuff like that. Like ones like this here and some of the real expensive ones are from the other lot, but overall, I'm pretty sure that if you combined the cost of that $700 lot and the price paid for the other bag, I think I probably paid around 300 or so, at least once you factor out the sets I got with it, because that bag included sets, which I already parted out a long time ago. That I say I paid roughly $1,000 for it all. I'm pretty sure that this box here would be worth a good amount more than that. So yeah, should be able to get to work on that later. And then also I got one container of common parts out of it. And yeah, so like mentioned, what we're going to be doing to try and get things back to normal as fast as possible is basically all the common parts that we get from these things, we're just going to be putting in the box here. And then since this here is mostly, not entirely, just mostly all city parts and stuff like that, we are just going to wait until like the box is full and then possibly list it then or something like that, just to try and speed things along, because our biggest bottleneck is time right now, not so much trying to get inventory. But then once we get through a good amount of the inventory, then our bottleneck will be inventory, not time, and then it would make a bit more sense to do that. But yeah, so finished with the first step of that, and then have just a couple things here. Wasn't able to find his sword. This guy was missing his two things for his feet. This one here, actually, I forgot to check, but we were missing his head. So we'll have to see if we can find that stuff. But yeah, not bad. But yeah, then it's a bit weird because on eBay, I'm getting the late shipment alert things for orders that are already shipped out. Like if I tap on the notification that says late shipment or something like that, and then it opens up the app, it shows that it was shipped like 3-4 days ago. And so yeah, it's just really weird. Can't say I've had that bug before, but it'll be interesting to see if eBay like marks that against the account or something. But yeah, just interesting. I wonder if it's it lines up with the new thing where you have to connect your certain tax number stuff on eBay so that they can log sales and stuff like that to make sure you're paying taxes and stuff. It lines up almost completely with that, so I wonder if that's somehow connected. But yeah, then tomorrow should be able to get a good amount of this done and start work on that, and then get that washed because couldn't get that washed today. But yeah, then our goal for the rest of today is to try and get the 30 pounds and that thing boxed up in each of their individual orders. So we have the stuff all packed up, 2 5-pound ones, 2 10-pound ones, and then the 18 pounds of bricks. Yogurt time. So yeah, then it's nice when pulling orders again for, so we've got 5 orders, like we got the eBay bulk stuff there and stuff like that because it's still slow as we're building everything back up. But yeah, so of the 5 orders, 3 of them contain used parts. One of them is entirely used parts, so a horse and barding. And then this one here had a head and visor thing, and then this one here had a torso I listed like a couple hours before it sold. Like I listed it, synced up the stores, and then it sold on Brick Owl just a few minutes later, practically for like $5.50 or something, and then a saddle, and then a couple of firearms, and then another horse and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely nice to start seeing things sell again. But yeah, we've only gotten a little bit listed of all this stuff, but yeah, should hopefully slowly start getting back to normal. And yeah, it's just nice to see them starting to happen again, because for like a week or two we didn't really sell anything. And yeah, currently we've only got 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 32 drawers containing used parts, plus a couple in the boxes. So we don't have that much listed right now. So yeah, it won't be that much before we had 1,152 of them listed, drawers filled, and like 100+ boxes. So yeah, it'll take a while to get back to there, but it's nice to see it start to slowly return. So between the boxes there and the few orders here, we are shipping out $778 in orders. So pretty solid shipping day post purge, and hopefully we can hit that $1,000 average shipping day soon. Really nice to see an order that is for 26 different used lots. So yeah, it's definitely nice to see things starting to sell. So then our next goal is now to work on yeah, getting all of this stuff processed. I did finally get this in the mail, which I ordered it was either October or November when I ordered it from Lego. And yeah, so it's just a couple of Woo torsos and legs, and then I got some of his heads here. I can't remember if it was this or a separate order that I placed because I needed to get the gift with purchase for a birthday present and stuff, because there's the cool book one and stuff like that. So yeah, then I got all of these, so I'll get some of these guys listed, then get a whole bunch of these guys listed, and yeah, I will get this stuff washed now. I was going to get it washed the other day, but just things, life happens, we couldn't, and so now I will try and get these parts and stuff washed. And then there was one more test I wanted to do on this, so I am going to leave these in, even though I'm pretty sure they're decently valuable. But currently we know that the chrome parts, actually, well, there was two of them, so we'll leave one there. So initially my suspicion was that chrome parts can't be washed, but metallic parts can. However, I think it is more so that old chrome and old metallic can sometimes be washed, but new chrome and new metallic usually can't be washed. And so yeah, then going forward, it's just going to be after this test here, I'm just going to be taking out all of the chrome and metallic parts before it gets washed and stuff. So yeah, lots to do, so I'll get to work. But yeah, then first up, I'm just going to go through this box here and then just put some of the bricks in there that aren't worth anything, stuff like that, and then the animals, accessories, and just stuff like that into this container. But yeah, then just a slight update on what I was saying in, might have been a previous vlog, but yeah, so that stress mark you see on the back of the legs there, on like seemingly most pairs of legs, that is something that's just how it is out of the factory. Like these things, I just ordered them and they're here and they've already got that and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's just a slight stress from with the legs being attached that just probably happens as soon as it's attached in the factory or something. But the Lego just finished washing, and yeah, we can lift up the lid and see the beautiful lid there. And yes, then this one here, I did do something slightly different again. What I did is normally I only do a bit of mixing at the end in order to try and get just any like dirt just dislodged if it was loose and stuff. But this time I also, after I added the soap, I mixed the Lego around a little bit to try and get the soap a bit more throughout all of the Lego and stuff like that. So yeah, just a slight change there. But it's probably not going to make too big a difference or anything like that. But yeah, then that is now washed and time to dry it. So yeah, then now the Lego is removed, and yeah, we can do the check for the stuff at the bottom. It'll be a lot more visible once the water is removed, but yeah, like other times, there is a lot of stuff that'll be difficult to pick up on camera, but you can kind of see it. And yeah, can't complain. Props to you if you had good eyes and saw it, but I just noticed it now. Missed one of those things there, and put that there a minute, dry the hand a little bit, lift up the lid here, and put this guy in here, and then spin it up again. But yeah, so that is pretty good there. And then yeah, we will open, put that to the side, and then open up the lever thing, and then see all of the water drain from it, and yeah, start drying it. So yeah, it's now emptied a whole bunch, and yeah, we can see a whole bunch of stuff that was removed. A good amount of it probably went down the drain as well. But yeah, another successful wash, and definitely very happy to get this. And yeah, we can see stuff there, so I thought it was pretty cool last time I did this, so we'll check again. So it's the before and after, and well, it won't pick up that there, but we'll see here. Get rid of the bubbles. You can see a little bit, there isn't too much on this side here, but then if we go over here, you can see stuff there, and yeah, that is a lot of stuff removed. A lot of the purple stuff on this one here, it seems like there's that always that type of purple thing or something there, that, or a pink or something, but putty seems to be a relatively common thing in the lots and stuff that needs to get washed out. So yeah, it's always nice to get that stuff cleaned up, and yeah, we will continue cleaning this up and then get back to work on the other stuff.
So yeah, I'll work on the other vlog, and the previous one or two back to this one, no, I think, yeah, the previous one to this one, starting with an hour 50 of footage. I don't know if I've ever had the vlog quite that long before.
So just finished going through the minifigures for the first time to see what I already had listed, and it wasn't too many because, yeah, we're doing the whole revamp and stuff like that, so all of the listings on all the sites are significantly lower, but we still had a few, so these ones here we're able to just simply increase the quantity, nothing else needed, and so then we can put these away, which is always fun. Probably a bit difficult with one hand, but might as well do this. So we got superheroes there with that guy. We've got this one here, Star Wars, other. And then we got this one here, which is a Star Wars soldier. And then we've got Star Wars other, Star Wars other, Star Wars other, superheroes, and adventurers there. And yeah, so that's done. We're still hoping to expand that a whole bunch, but like everything in its time and stuff like that. But yeah, I will now photograph all of these, and it's already 8 p.m. So yeah, I'd be lucky if I can get this stuff done tonight, but then if I somehow do, then I can start on this thing here. But then like normal, I'll first transfer this into 2 smaller of these containers, and then put this container back on the other table. But yeah, this here is our next project after that stuff is done. So yeah, then just sold another 10 pounds of this at the $8.95 mark. So yeah, if we sell another like 10 to 20 pounds in, say, the next few days or something like that, then we will do the test to increase it to the $9.45 mark and see what happens from there. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what price it ends up being at before it levels out with how much we think we'd be able to get in versus how much we sell and stuff like that. And yeah, see what price that ends up being. The higher, the better, because then it means I know that I have more room with what I buy and stuff like that. Because then if I know that I get, like, for example, it started at like $7.50 a pound, but after you calculated all the fees and costs and stuff like that, because it's like almost free shipping on the listing and stuff like that, I think it was like 3.5 or so dollars per pound, maybe the $5 mark. I don't think so. I think it was closer to the $3 to $3.50 mark per pound. Then I would only be able to cover that if, for example, I just got nothing good in the lot or something. But then now we've increased it by $1.50, and the only thing is we have to pay the fees on that, which eBay, top rated seller, roughly around 11-ish%. So we'll just do 10% for simple math. So I increased it by $1.50. So that means we knock off 15 cents. So that means we're at $1.35 more in profit per pound now with this testing. So that is really good. We'll see how much we can increase it, because they had $1.35 more. If we were to add that onto the $3.50 mark, we'd be at almost $5 in profit per pound now for the bulk. Well, profit doesn't, not including purchase price there, but then that way we can figure out how much we can more realistically get for it if we are buying a whole bunch of bulk again, which we do hope to do. I know that those where people really love those videos, and I still do really want to get more bulk and look through it and all those cool finds beyond just buying minifigure hauls. But for now, because we need to try and get the store back on its feet after the used purge and stuff like that, we don't really quite have the time per se for that right now. And we're focusing entirely on the minifigures there and stuff like that. But once we have things leveled out again, we do hope to go and get a whole bunch of the bulk again and stuff like that. But yeah, good progress. Yogurt time. But yeah, then, so today I will hopefully be able to see if I can catch up on editing again, because yeah, it's been a bit crazy with trying to get everything all listed and stuff like that, so I got a bit delayed. Currently I'm a week delayed on editing vlogs, so yeah, it is just like, yeah, taking a bit longer to finally get around to it. They'll still all be releasing at the same time, because that's what we have the vlog backlog for, which is real handy for times like this, and stuff like that. So yeah, I will see if I can edit the vlog from the previous one and the one that you're watching now today, and then possibly edit the one from the minifigure haul video for next week Saturday, and try and get all that stuff edited and all that there. But yeah, then I will also try to get the rest of these minifigures uploaded to eBay and also start working on some of this stuff potentially. Yeah, so this here is now pretty much dry. Don't really need to leave the fan on anymore or anything like that. And looking here, is this another one of these? Because I remember the one lot that we went through, I think it was one of these ones here. Yeah, it's from here. There was one of these, but I thought it had a pair of legs on it still, which is interesting. I might have taken the head off earlier. That's potentially why. But yeah, that's the original one. Yeah, this one has the same nicks and dings on it that the other one did. So I think that's just the same one there, unless there was two, but I doubt that. Yeah, then I will get to work. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you got this far, the next vlog should be out next Monday. Today's Saturday. Vlog release on Monday. Next vlog the Monday after that. And I just found this brittle part here. I doubt it would break if I dropped it. It did not break, just like I doubted. And yeah, but still garbage because that is quite damaged. But yeah, thanks for watching if you got this far.